Hey all, so today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the 32GR Sports Chews. Got quite a bit to say about this product, so stay tuned and let's deep dive into it. So one thing that I can tell you about 32GR is that when we design or develop products, we always do them with the health of the consumer in mind. I'm sure you're going to ask me why I've got a banana, and to be quite honest, I wanted to give you a little story about how we designed the sports chews. And the way we designed them is that we designed them on what a lot of people consider to be one of the most natural fueling sources, which is a banana. It's got a very good sugar response, it's got good potassium levels, it's easy to digest. The only thing about it is it's not always so easy and convenient to carry during exercise. So we designed the sports chews with a banana in mind. We made it similar in calories, we made it similar in sugar response, and what we did slightly differently was we increased the sodium levels in order to make sure that you got a little bit more salt in during the fueling process in order to be able to aid the hydration process, because salt, we know, helps with fluid absorption. This table shows a simple comparison between a banana and sports chews. They are very similar in composition, however the sports chews have a higher sodium level and are much lighter in weight. The chews are actually designed in a bar with 4 blocks semi-attached. And the reason being is that we prefer a drip feed mechanism during exercise. In other words, you're not going to eat a whole banana at once during exercise. You'd rather split the banana into maybe thirds and eat it over a period of time because it's easier on the digestive system and it's far more comfortable. The chews are designed in a very similar manner. So you can actually select the blocks of the chews and you're able to eat them in a more frequent manner over a longer period of time. The carbohydrates used in the sports chews provide quick releasing as well as stability carbohydrates to ensure that you've got a stable energy release over a prolonged period of time. And if you want to compare a banana to the sports chews, I'm not going to say that this isn't the healthier option, but I will tell you that this is definitely the most convenient option and as close to a banana as you will get. So let's take a look at the sports chews packaging and design, because a lot of people also look at the convenience of actually carrying a product during exercise, and we've designed it in such a way as to make it a little bit more convenient for the user. So the sports chews can actually be opened before exercise because they actually have a high melting point, and that's around about 90 degrees. So you don't have to worry about any stickiness or mess during exercise. A lot of other products, like sort of the jelly kind of products, they do melt during exercise. The sports chews absolutely do not melt, but you don't have to remove it from the packaging. You can open the one side, and then during exercise, what you can do is you can actually gently squeeze the product very nicely out of the packaging and use it on the go. The other option is to remove it completely from the packaging, and in actual fact, once it's removed from the packaging, it still won't melt or go off. The idea from a feeding perspective is to actually eat one block at a time, and generally we would recommend eating a block every 20 to 30 minutes, or even 2 blocks, depending on the amount of carbohydrates that you require during exercise. The sports chews are soft, easy to chew, and do not get stuck in your teeth, keeping the airways open. The sports chews are designed not to melt under hot conditions, keeping you mess-free. The sports chews have a similar sugar response to a banana, providing a stable release of energy. And finally, the sports chews are very easy to carry and use. There you have it. I'm a very clean eater, and I obviously prefer going natural, which is one of the reasons why I like the sports chews. They work very well for me. I've used them a lot during training and during racing. I've also got a very sensitive stomach. They're very easy on the stomach, and I love using them because I actually advocate a drip feeding mechanism, which is much easier during a long distance race. Most importantly, they taste absolutely awesome.